Well, David, thank you very much for joining me as ever on game day. And well, they've only gone and backed up the win at Hull by beating Doncaster 2-1 here at Portman Road. Alan Judge and James Norman with the goals. It's always good to hear from you. Your thoughts on that win?
I enjoyed it, which I have to say is something I haven't said about a win for a while in many ways. I celebrated both goals, which is a good feeling. And there was proper tension towards the end as well. You know, you're sitting on the edge of your seat, and you can imagine there, sort of, if you're at the ground, the will for that final whistle, watching the seconds tick down. So it was good, and yeah, I mean, we had 25% possession, but the defensive. I mean, there's something lovely about a good defensive performance. You know, like years ago, the Chelsea final win when Drogba got that. I mean, that was back to the wall stuff, but they deserved it. And I think the same today. We took our chances. There were other chances we could have taken, and we limited Doncaster to shots from distance. You know, which is credit to defensive organisation, which is something you can't often say about Town over the last few years. Not just this season, for 4 or 5 years, you've always known there was a mistake in there. So and I like what's happened over the last 3 games. You know, it's been pressing, it's been closing down, it's been organised, and it's getting the ball forward. I still have serious question marks about Bennett because his decision making at times is majorly iffy. The disappointment would be Edwards when he came on, didn't do very much.
Oh boy.
And Downs as well. Downs didn't have the same impact, possibly because of range of passing that Dazelle had. But good win, good performance all the way round. It's just interesting to speculate on why this sudden pressing game, why all of those things. And I know various people are conspiracies on Twitter at the moment because it's Jimmy Walker who's doing the touchline instructions versus substitutes coming on and things, and Lambert's sort of sitting with his arms crossed and stuff. So lots of interesting speculation, but I just enjoy the game, and I do enjoy a pressing sort of back to the wall thing. Sometimes it's quite fun. So yeah, good game, and I think that Accrington is entirely winnable.
Well, Matt, thanks for joining me as ever on game day, and well, they've backed up, haven't they? They've beaten Doncaster 2-1. Your thoughts as ever? Just, unbelievable.
Well, Ross, hey, thanks for calling me up again. Awesome. I mean, today we proved that we can dig deep, and you know, I'm not gonna do any like America puns or anything like that, but we really did kind of show that like gridiron spirit today. Stats prove nothing. I think Doncaster had 70% possession, and I got a bit of a soft spot for Donny. They're one of my dad's teams. It's where my grandmother's from in Yorkshire. So, and I think every time I've seen Donny come to Portman Road, they've just played us off the park. Their ball retention was absolutely fantastic. But I'm not here to talk about Donny. I'm here to talk about the excellent Ipswich Town, revitalised almost. It's such a weird kind of paradox at the moment, isn't it? Because we've all wanted Lambert to change things. We all want Lambert out. I'm still in that camp. But the last 3 games have been great. Yes, we didn't dominate as well as we did on Tuesday against Hull, but the team's coming together really, really well. The tactics were fantastic. The way that we just held firm. There's things that we could improve upon. You know, where we clear the ball to and who we clear the ball to. But what a phenomenal free kick by Alan Judge. That sort of thing is just second to none. I mean, our set piece play this season has been really, really poor. I can't actually remember a worse season in terms of set pieces. But today we look dangerous at corners. We look dangerous from free kicks. We're really testing their goalkeeper who had this insistency on punching the ball, and I really think that we kind of focused on that. I think we could have won by more. I think 2-1 was well deserved. You know, I think it's almost like a bit of a come down, because Tuesday we dominated and we were on the front foot. Today we were really tested. You know, we've won. We've put in a decent team performance. For me, there wasn't a standout player. I think, you know, we've showed that we've got that resilience which we've missed so much this year. Onwards and upwards. I mean, who knows where this could end? It's strange times, considering, you know, the rumours of the takeover, the rumours of a new manager coming in. You kind of wonder whether this momentum and it feels almost fraudulent, you know, talking about momentum when it's really only been 3 matches, hasn't it? But who knows where we can go from here? The team are finally, I think they're finally fulfilling some of their potential. So got some ghost ship. So cheers to that. Upper Town 2-1. Let's go Town.
Well, Segs, thanks for joining as ever on Game Day, Mr. Game Day himself. And wow, they backed it up. It's a win again, this time against Doncaster here at Portman Road. Your thoughts as ever, my friend?
Well, it's a bit surreal for me today. I mean, if we were supposed to be at the game today, I wouldn't be allowed to be there because, well, not allowed, but I'll be getting married. So it's all a very weird day. I mean, the weather's nice, which is annoying because we've had to postpone. So there's stuff like that. And also the fact that we won. We've beaten another top 6 side in the space of 4 or 5 days, whatever it is, you know. This is weird under Lambert. Like, what the hell's going on? It was a good performance, but fair play to Lambert. Yeah, he's played the 4-4-2. He's put up Parrott and Norwood. I know it's a bit of perhaps more of a 4-4-1-1 in terms of Parrott's playing just behind Norwood, but even so, you can argue it's kind of the same kind of thing. But he has played this formation now, even though saying that he wasn't going to change from the 4-3-3. But the way that they played today and the way that they held out against Hull on Tuesday just makes me feel like they're playing for a new manager and new owner. They're not playing for Lambert. They're not playing for Evans anymore. They've heard the rumours, and all of a sudden, it's changed things. There was a new burst of energy today. The way we went forward, yeah, admittedly, I don't know what the stats are, but Doncaster had much more possession than us. And to be fair to them, the first 15, 20 minutes, they looked like they could go out and win this because they were much better than us. But then all of a sudden, Judge with his brilliant free kick just changed the game, and we've brought it 1-0. But yeah, fair play to him. He has had his critics, but as a brilliant free kick from him, a decent game today. That Norwood's goal as well, perfect poaching goal from him. That's the Norwood that we wanted to see. And admittedly, yeah, if he had been a bit more fitter during the season, we'd have seen more of that. But again, I think that's the way the formation is, the system is, and everything like that is much better at the moment. Wilson and Ensel at the back have been a rock. If you smell, as you say, like you say, but yeah, it is much better. It's more promising. It's weird to say that we could crawl back into the playoffs now. I mean, we're only, I think it's 5 points off Sunderland, or 6 or 4. I can't quite remember this day or thereabouts. But we've got a game in hand on Sunderland, who are sitting 5th. You know, we could easily crawl back into playoffs. And with these takeover rumours and the new manager rumours coming in yesterday, all of a sudden you kind of feel like we could creep in there and we could share us a playoff finish, or even a second finish if we really. I mean, results have gone our way today as well, like they have done all season. It's a crazy thought, but yeah, I'm still Lambert out, but much more positive with the rumours today. It was much better today. It wasn't so much possession based, which hasn't been for the couple of past few weeks. But you know, we took our chances and we won the game, and that's what we needed to do the past 18 months against these top 6 teams. But it's finally happened, and we've got a system and everything is working for us. So fair play. On to Accrington.
Well, John, thank you for joining me as ever on Game Day. And I'm not going to repeat the intro that I've done for the other guys because I'm just going to let you take it away. We've beaten Doncaster. Woo!
Yeah, and who saw that coming? Again, I got it wrong. It shows what I know about football, because I didn't see us getting much from this last week at all, and we've gone and got 7 points from 9 available, or 10 from 12. 8 from 12. My maths was really poor there. Overall, I didn't think we deserved it. if I'm being honest today. If I was Donny fan today, and obviously I've got lots of family members and colleagues at work and stuff who are Donny fans. I think they had so much possession, but possession with a bit more purpose than we earlier on in the season were having. You know, not just at centre halves, they had possession generally in midfield. If they had a decent striker today, my God, it could have been a different story. However, let's give the credit where credit's due. We defended really well. And I think the biggest difference over the last week or so is how we've set up. Not just with formation, but actually how we've set up. We're not just tapping it all around. We're more organised. You can see clear banks of players. And to be honest, it hasn't been particularly nice to watch either. Today, I really enjoyed the whole game. I didn't enjoy today's game anywhere near as much as perhaps the results as I should, or I'm not getting carried away. You know, it could be Ipswich to go then and get beaten the next two games. Just when we start believing it's possible, people have suddenly started, how many points are we off the playoffs and all that kind of thing. I'm not even looking at that right now. I'm thinking, well, the players did okay. But when I look at the other night, I said to you, there's lots of personal battles, and I thought we won all 11 battles. Not sure we won as many of those today. Doncaster had some really good play and some really good possession. And was it 72% possession they had overall? Possession's nothing, though, if you don't do something with it, like we've seen for most of our season. But, I will give Paul Lambert a tiny bit of credit for sticking with this formula that I think he stumbled on rather than planned for. And credit to the players for going out there and putting a decent shift in. I would have loved to have seen the high press and the energy that we had against Hull, because that would have been a better version of us today. But we ground it out and managed to hang on. So we'll take the points. Never going to turn them down. But yeah, if I was a Donny fan, I would be going, oh, we were unlucky today, and I'd be a bit gutted. But as a Tractor Boy, we're going to go, yeah, thank you very much, 3 points. And let's see where that takes us. And it's an end to what's been a crazy week and a half. Who would have scripted all this, about the takeover? Is it real? Is it not? It must be hard for Paul Lambert and the squad. Obviously, best wishes to Stuart Taylor. In a game where we give lots of people stick, there's real life events going on. He's lost his dad, so best wishes to Stuart Taylor. Don't particularly like the way he speaks to a fourth official for 90 minutes. I don't particularly think he's uplifting, but he's a human who's lost his dad. So thought it was a touch of class with black armbands out today. We sometimes get things right like that. My overall opinion hasn't changed. I still don't think Paul Lambert is the man for me or for the club. And who knows what the next week in this roller coaster world of Ipswich Town will bring for us. Let's wait and see. I'm sure we'll talk about it soon.